Hello and welcome back to another easy online German video training. Today's training will be about the grouped consonant SCH or SCH as we say in German, and it is pronounced sh, and in brackets you also see the sign in the phonetic script for this sound. I'm sure most of you already know how to pronounce it, but I'll just give a short explanation how to produce it. It's a voiceless sound, so you don't need your vocal cords to produce it, and it's formed with a blade, so with the front part of the tongue, and the front of the tongue is bunched up or domed at the palate behind the alveolar ridge or behind the sockets of your teeth. So don't place it too close to the upper teeth or too close behind the upper teeth row. And as I already said, the tongue is bunched up at the palate and the air flows through a groove in the tongue over the sharp edge of the teeth. So this is the technical explanation, but I think it's not too complicated to produce the sound, the sh sound. And we can have this SCH grouped consonant at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of German words. And the first example has this SCH at the beginning, and this is the German word for school, and in German we say Schule. Schule. And in brackets you see the phonetic script and you see the sign for the sh sound, and you see that we have a long U sound because the double point makes this U long, and at the end we have an unstressed E sound, Schule. And you can also hear that the stress is on the first syllable. And that's why we have this little tick in front of the first syllable in the phonetic script. In English, this SCH is pronounced like S and K, but in German it's pronounced like sh. Then I have a word which has this SCH grouped consonant in the middle, and the English word is Fischer or fisherman, and the German word is very similar. We say Fischer. Fischer. So the pronunciation is almost the same, only the last sound, the ending, is different concerning the pronunciation. It's Fischer, it's an sound, and in German we say Fischer. Fischer. So it's a reduced R sound, and we have this A turned upside down at the end in the phonetic script. And we have a short E sound, I, by the way, and the stress is on the first syllable again. And whenever we have this ER ending, it's pronounced like a reduced R sound, so it's not Fischer. I know that some German native speakers are telling this on YouTube, but this is wrong. The ER ending is always pronounced like a reduced R sound. So this R sound is not as open as the normal R sound. We can also have SCH at the end of German words, and I chose the word for wish, so I chose the noun, and the German noun is Wunsch. Wunsch. In the phonetic script you can see that we have a V because the German W is always pronounced like the English V. And we have a short U sound, O. Wunsch. So now we have had 3 examples, and the first and the second example word always have SCH followed by a vowel, but we can also have a combination of SCH and a consonant, and SCH can be followed by L, M, N, R and W. And I also prepared some examples. The first example word contains an L after SCH, and it's the German word for bad, and the German word is schlecht. Schlecht. So we have the L right after the sh sound. Besides, we have a short E sound. There's also a special sign in the phonetic script after the L, and we have the soft CH sound, the Ich sound, and we have the little C with a little tick in the phonetic script. The next example contains an M after SCH, and it's the German word for jewelry, and in German we say Schmuck. Schmuck. So we have the M after the sh sound, a short U sound, O, like in und too. And I know that there's an English word, schmuck, which has the same spelling, and it means idiot, but the German word has another meaning. Then I have a word which contains SCH followed by an N, and it's the German word for to cut, and the German word is schneiden. Schneiden. So you can see we have the stress on the first syllable because we have the little tick at the beginning, and we have this I diphthong. So E and I, or E and I, as we say in German, and we use an A and I, or A and I, in the phonetic script for this I sound. And in the last syllable we have this unstressed E again, with the E turned upside down in the phonetic script. Most of the time people say schneiden, so they don't really pronounce this unstressed E sound. The next example is a word which has an R after SCH, and this is the German word for to scream, and in German we say schreien. Schreien. The stress is on the first syllable again, as you can see, and we have this I diphthong again. You can say schreien or schreien. And this may be a bit difficult for some of you. Not necessarily, but it depends on you. Because we have a sh sound and the German R, which is a guttural sound, so a throaty sound. And the problem may be that sh is produced at the front and the German R is produced at the very back part of your mouth. So the German guttural R is rubbed between the back part of the tongue and the uvula. And I think especially the English and the Spanish speakers could have problems with that, because they don't have this sound in their own mother tongue. The French have the same R. The Arab speakers know this sound because it's the Arab sound rein. Rein is the German R. And someone told me that also the Hebrew native speakers have this sound in their mother tongue. So I can explain once more how you form this sound. Just imagine you want to gargle with some liquid in your throat. So you produce the following sound, most probably. So this is a throaty sound, and the German R is not rolled at the back, but it's rubbed. So I think the easiest way to get there is to make this channel a little more narrow, so that you have this rubbed sound. And it does not have to be pronounced too strongly. If I say schreien, schreien, you can hear that I just rub it very slightly, so not that strongly. So it's enough if you say so don't say schreien, schreien. I know there are some people who think that this is the right pronunciation, and that's why they say the Germans spit all the time. Well, I don't think so. And I think if you listen to people whose mother tongue is Swiss German or Dutch, they also have throaty sounds, and I think these sounds are even more extreme than the German hard CH or the guttural R sound. So they spit too, if we Germans spit. Okay, so this may be the problem, that you have to bring these two sounds together, the sh in the front and the r at the back. Okay, then we can get to the next word, and this is the German word for to swim, and this word has SCH followed by a W, and the German word is not too far away from the English word. It's schwimmen, schwimmen. So we have the V sound after the sh sound, because the German W is always pronounced like the English V. We have a short E sound, I, and we have the unstressed E in the last syllable, which we have to pronounce if we speak clearly, because it stands between two consonants. Some people might say schwimm if they don't speak very clearly. And the stress is on the first syllable. And we can also have the combination of T and SCH. This also often appears in German words, and I have two examples. And the first word is the word for to clap your hands, and in German it's klatschen. Klatschen. The stress is on the first syllable. We have a short vowel, and in the phonetic script you see we pronounce the T and the sh right after the T, and we have an unstressed E in the last syllable, which is not always pronounced by German speakers. Some people say klatschen. And the next word is the word for to twitter, and in German this is zwitschern. Zwitschern. So you see that the German Z or Z, as we say in German, is pronounced like T and S. And this is always the case, no matter if we have it at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of German words, or in combination with a T. T, Z also has the same pronunciation. And we have the V sound because we have a W, so we have a V sound right after the S. Zwitschern. And we have a short E sound, I, and we have a reduced R sound at the end again, although the ER ending is followed by an N. But don't say zwitschern, this is wrong. Zwitschern is the right pronunciation. And we have the stress on the first syllable. Sometimes we can also have the combination of D and SCH, but this is only the case in foreign words. And I have an example word. This is the German word for jungle. And in German we also have this J sound, so D and J. We say Dschungel, but we write D and SCH. And if you look at the phonetic script in brackets, you can see that we have the R sound and not the sh sound. And the difference is that it's almost the same sound, but the R sound is produced by using your vocal cords. So you need your vocal cords to produce the sound. We have a short U sound U, and we have the sign for this N sound. We write N and G, Dschungel or jungle. You also have the sound there, and we have the sign which almost looks like a prolonged N. And we have the unstressed E sound again. If you pronounce it very clearly, you would have to say Dschungel, or some people say Dschungel. So you don't hear very much of this unstressed E in most of the German words. And the stress is on the first syllable in this word, like in most of the German words. And if you have watched my other videos, I think you already know this. I have another word, and this is the word Djibouti, and the German word has the same pronunciation, but we have another spelling, another way of writing the word. We have this D and SCH again, J, so no sh sound. And we have a long U sound, and we also have two E sounds. So we don't have a short I sound, Djibouti, and the stress is on the second syllable in this word. But this is also a foreign word, the East African Republic, Djibouti. Okay, so you can see this is the same pronunciation but another spelling. Okay, this was all concerning the grouped consonant SCH, and I hope it was helpful, and I hope you don't find the video too long. So stay tuned for the next video. It's also going to be a pronunciation video. So I hope you will watch it. And for today I say bye bye, or as we say in German, tschüss.